Welcome back, another day, another vlog. Hope you're well on this Friday. Another week done and dusted. A little bit of a change, did a bit of a clean up yesterday afternoon when I was doing my cleaning and had to wash this and doing stuff. I'm filming on the M50 today. We're giving it a bit of something different. I thought I'd try the 4K and see the difference against the HF 800 or the R 800, which I've been using, and I'm pretty darn happy with this. This is the little setup I'm using when I've got it on a tripod. I've just got a little three-legged thing, L-frame bracket. I just use a little screw on there and I can clip my Rode Wireless Go straight on the back of there. That lets me open the door, do all my stuff, and I can plug my sound straight in. So good little setup next to me draft top. If you haven't tried that, if you didn't see yesterday's show, go check that out. This thing is a game changer. Basically turn your beer can into a cup. Perfect for those getaways, or if you want to mix drinks on the run. Take your Coke cans with you and mix your bourbon or rum or whatever straight into your can and then just drink it like a cup. Brilliant idea. Go check that. There's a link below to order on only $25 US. I think there's a 10% off if you go down below. So there's a bit of a wait. If you want to get one, you'll have to get in quick, and then it's a bit of a pre-order. They're struggling to keep them in stock because they're selling so well, and with good reason too. A good little idea, done well, and very simple to do. All you guys over on the podcast, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good Friday and it hasn't been too crazy for you. Haven't been too bad here, and I'm looking forward to the weekend. Got to go pick up Jack soon. I've been doing all my chores this morning. A bit of house cleaning, bit of grass trimming, and all the usual stuff we've got to do to run a house. As I'm sure you all know, everyone that's stuck home probably sick of doing that, and that's probably the only thing keeping them sane. Having some sort of general chores, and I think from mine life, I guess it's good to have that routine. I've found in the 10, 20 years I've worked in the mines and on the road as a mechanic, having that set routine where you know what you've got to do on the day, and you plan your day out and you just do it, and you just keep that routine. It keeps you sort of sane. So it's hard if you don't have something to do, I guess, each day to put into a routine to fill out that time. Otherwise, there's just so much free space that your brains, we're just not used to it, I guess. So it's a little tricky in that regards. But all good, we're here. Let's get into it. There's a bit I want to get through the news-wise, and then let you get started for the weekend and have a wine. Can't wait. Now, just another reminder, Teespring. So we've got the new shirts, all the new logos and everything up there. I think they had a new zippered hoodie that you can get, which I've just put up there today. There's a 10% sale on until Sunday American time. So that's Monday for us in Australia, but 10% off. Go and check that out. It's see the link below for the Teespring if you're seeing something you like. As I said to you in the past, if there's a print or a photo from any of the videos or from Instagram that you'd like to order, at the moment it's a little tricky. I've just got the website up and running, and I've got to over the next few months work out how I can do that on my website. So bear with me on that. It's a bit of a learning curve. Or if you've got some advice on anyone that I can use that I can link straight to the website, let me know below. That'd be much awesomely appreciated. But at the moment, Teespring, if there's any specific prints you'd like or that you'd like to purchase, but it's just not in the store, let me know and I can go and just add it to the store and put it up there for you so you can just order it. That's probably the easiest method at the moment for me, just trying to fit it in with everything else. So let me know about that. Now, on to news. iPhones with Fortnite are selling on eBay up to $10,000 US. Obviously, with Epic Games, which owns Fortnite and Unreal Engine, all that with the ongoing legal battle with Google and the Apple Store. And obviously, we talked, I think, yesterday or the day before about them losing their developer rights, their access to developers, so they can't go and fix things or do anything like that or do any updates on the store with their apps. Basically, if you want to buy the game or update your game, you just can't do it. So these phones that have got pre-installed Fortnite on them are selling for ridiculous cash. I remember Flappy Bird when there were phones selling for $10,000 with Flappy Bird installed because it had sort of gone away and become this cult status game, and 10 grand a pop is just insane. You'd be like, oh, why didn't I have that? I could have sold my phone. Um, yeah, so look, if you've got a phone with Fortnite installed on it, and you're quite happy to upgrade, look, here's an opportunity of a lifetime. Definitely put it on there and see if someone's going to buy it. If they're going to buy it, well, then you're absolutely laughing. You are going to be ticky boo all the way to the bank. They get what they want. You get yourself a brand new, latest, greatest phone and a fair bit of coin to chuck in your back pocket. So, yeah, definitely have a look at that. If you have got Fortnite on your phone, it is a win-win for everyone, I think. So, this ongoing legal battle, there's obviously some tension as to how it's going to end out. I would hope that there's some sort of resolution where Fortnite and Epic Games get back on the store. And you never know, it may not be. I can't see Apple losing. $2 trillion company has got a fair bit of clout behind it. I can't see Epic winning. Epic's actually talking to a few other game companies about teaming up with them and some big other app store people to team up to help them in the fight against Apple and Google. So yeah, definitely something we haven't heard the end of, and it could be something that, say, 2021, we find a whole new change in how those app stores work. Everything has to change after a while. You can't sort of keep it as it is. 30% is, you don't think it's a fair cut, but I'm assuming they're not fighting without good cause or without good reason. So it's obviously something that needs to be addressed, at least at the bare minimum. Now, there's a new phone out on the market for you gamers. We've talked about, I think there's been a few pretty high spec game phones that have been out for a while. This one's had an existing version. It's called the Redmagic 5S. Pretty darn cool. The biggest feature of it is it's a 144 hertz screen. So with the S20 and the Notes have all got 120 hertz, and we've talked about a few others that are they're all starting to hit around the 120 hertz. Seems to be the new norm, where 60 hertz is like a cheap phone, and 100 hertz is sort of like a bare minimum. Well, now we're stretching from 120 to 144 hertz. Ridiculous speed for that. That's pretty darn cool. 4500 milliamp battery. It's only got a base 865 Snapdragon in it, but it's also got some other cool little tricks in it. Now, on the back of the phone, you've got a piece of silver which goes through and acts as a temperature heat sink, which allows heat to go out. You can also clip on an ice dock, which will as well help you to pull that heat out of the phone when you're full on gaming hardcore for a couple of hours or whatever on high spec runs. So pretty darn cool. It's got 5G. It's a 6.65 inch display. It's got capacitive touch buttons for the gaming up the top. 8 gig of RAM with 128 gig of storage. Around the $700 mark, I think Lou was talking about over in Lou Later. That was on Unbox Therapy where they did it. Looks pretty cool. I think it's going to do pretty well. And I'm just trying to think. I can't remember the other one. There's another big one in the market, but this is definitely up to that sort of spec, and I think it'll do well. If you are doing a lot of mobile gaming, you now have a few choices, and there's a lot of competition seems to be coming into that market. And yeah, I guess you get your phone, you get a multi-purpose item. If you're going to spend a couple of grand, why buy a PlayStation or a iPad when you can get a phone and pretty much do everything on there? Pretty cool. I used to play a bit on my phone on a game. It was it the Marvel game, and then I just stopped playing. But it's a pretty popular way of doing it. If you're on the trains or planes or anything like that and traveling to and from work, it's a great way to just sort of get a little bit of de-stress time before and after work. So I think they'll do pretty well. So Intel's first hybrid Lakefield chip has been installed into a laptop. It's an existing laptop, a little Samsung Galaxy Book S. Pretty exy, around the 900 US dollars marks, but it seems to be Intel's last chance here. They've been getting smashed for the last year and a half, 2 years. This could be one that's the only one that can survive against your Apple and Microsoft with those ARM processors. Now, the big thing with this, it's a hybrid in that it uses 4 small ARM style chips or mobile processor style chips, and then use an existing x86 program, so basically a PC style chip, and combines them. And the massive benefit with this is it's a reduced power, not as good as the ARM chips, but significant. They're still saying up to 17 hours out of battery life with this. They got about 11 hours, I think, the guys at TechLinked on their check of it when they were running their tests, whereas the old sort of ARM style chips in there was I think 24 hours. So that was pretty darn awesome. So about a 5-6 hour loss roughly. They got about 11, so it was a little bit under what that's, but that's still pretty good. 11 hours out of a laptop on watching videos all day. That's pretty darn cool, or working on it. But the biggest benefit of this is the fact, because it's a hybrid, it can read your Mac OS or Windows software that would run normally on a PC. So you don't have to edit it or have things in there to translate it like Apple's working on with the ARM chips. That's been the biggest thing. With the existing chips in the old Samsung Galaxy S, you couldn't open Photoshop. You couldn't even do a Geekbench store or anything like that, they were saying, so that it has a lot of problems using that software. Apple talked a lot about this at their event, where the ARM chips are fantastic as a mobile, and that difference between the mobile operating system and the desktop operating system are two massive differences, and finding a way to get them to work together is been the biggest hurdle for them with these ARM chips. They've had to use some new Rosetta 2 software and stuff like that on the Apple side, and a similar sort of thing here. Well, this chip makes it so much more easier, and if an Intel can get this right, it's going to, at least short term, I see them getting a lot of value out of it. Long term, it may be the best of both worlds. Maybe having the ability to have a hybrid lets you use older software, where once these ARM chips come in, you might not be able to use your existing software, and you might have a good program on there, some sort of star tracker or photo software that you've paid a lot of money for, or something like that your business uses, that with these new ARM ones, you just can't use it. So having just lost focus. Having this hybrid technology might be the way forward, and it might be a little bit of a technology gap, I guess, bridge gap, that Intel might be able to utilize to keep themselves running. So good to see Intel going on that. Now, Samsung is going to be releasing a new Model S of the S20. It's the Fan Edition, and basically it's just a cheaper version with a few little less premium specs to allow, I guess, people that couldn't afford the top of the range S20 to slip into the market and get themselves basically a good as phone. So still get that S20 sort of feeling without paying the exorbitant. Now, it's not much of a difference. They're saying it's roughly around the $700 to $800 US mark, whereas the top of the range S20 starts at about $999. So it's a couple of $100 cheaper, which is good, and that might be enough just to get a few extra sales in. We'll see how they go. So very, very cool, and good on you, Samsung. Pretty darn cool. Now, pepperoni. Who would have thought that COVID would cause a pepperoni shortage? Well, it's definitely happening in the States. The pepperoni is on a massive shortage. Pizza sales have been through the roof. Pizza companies are making a fortune. It's all due to COVID-19. Obviously, with a lot more people doing takeouts and not cooking and doing stuff, pizzas have been on the rise, which means pepperoni's getting shorter. And now the cost of pepperoni is through the roof. So I guess be aware you may start to see a cost increase on your pepperoni at your local shop. If you're ordering a pizza online, there may start to become a surcharge for you, which would be pretty crazy. Google Maps. I've talked in the past about Google Maps. It's how amazing it is for myself when I'm doing my landscape photography to set up and to use as a tool to help me plan out my shots or my shoots. Well, it's getting a big upgrade. Currently, it's sort of not too bad. Well, it's going to give you a lot more depth, a lot better vegetation imagery. So where before it might have just been all sort of white, now it's got a lot. It's broken up. They've done a massive big overhaul, and it looks like it could be pretty good. So keep an eye out for that. It's not far away. That's pretty cool. Again, it's a massively awesome tool. It's probably highly underrated. You probably just think about it as a way to find streets, but I know for photographers and even travel and people doing travel and stuff like that, it is a super useful tool to plan your trips, plan your shoots for you, whatever you're doing, and also I guess, just have a look around the world. It's amazing what you can find by just going on Google Maps and just going for a bit of a holiday, go on a 7-stop holiday in your lunch break without even leaving your desk. So, yeah, pretty cool and good to see them always upgrading and getting it better from Google. So very, very cool. And then last but not least, Google's testing has asked permission for the US government to do a private test, confidential test of the 6 gigahertz wavelength for Wi-Fi. No real specs or anything. They're still obviously in the planning process, but they've asked for permission to get access to this so that they can increase speeds, get better quality broadband and all that sort of stuff. So we obviously onwards and upwards and into the new stuff, and this 6 gigahertz will maybe the new 5 gigahertz, and we could lose the 2.4 or whatever. So a lot happening in that way. And that's about it for this week. Hope you all have a good weekend. Thanks for stopping by yet again, and I'll see you all again Monday for another day, another vlog. Rightio, guys. Have a safe weekend. Stay safe. Have a glass of red for me, and I'll see you all soon. Okay, peace. Where you going that way? That way. I'll catch you on Monday. Bye.